Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is April 5th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. This shows the low pressure system over Arizona and New Mexico quite well right now, and some severe weather out in front of that across some portions of Texas, and you can see Arkansas and Louisiana out there as well. And then we've got this next trough way out over the Gulf of Alaska, and that one's going to be bringing a frontal system towards California here, and it's going to bring some light rain perhaps down towards the Bay Area, but we're not expecting much across Southern California. We'll take a look at that with this initial frontal system. And we did have a couple lightning strikes across some of the higher terrain of Southern California again yesterday from this upper level low. So taking a look here, now let's scroll back all the way through this, and you can see the process that is known as convection, almost like a boiling pot. You're looking at the bottom of it there, and you see the surface heating up there in the convection. We had a few lightning strikes with some of this activity here, and if I go to GOES derived, it should show up there. And we'll put that into motion to get right there. You can see a thunderstorm right there, and a thunderstorm right there. And then you can see some additional lightning strikes across western Arizona there as well. So these didn't drift out over some of the foothills and lowlands there too much. These were moving more from north to south across the peninsular range there. So if we put that back into motion, you can see how those died, and then the sun sets, and then we go back towards this morning. Actually, it looks like a little bit of lenticular cloud action here off the transverse range. So if you're looking, watching from Los Angeles here late this morning, you might be able to see some of those clouds. Looks like they're on the wane a bit here as I speak right now. So that may have been wrapping up as I'm talking, but yeah, if you saw those clouds up there, let me know. Kind of interesting to see those lenticular clouds across the higher terrain. Looking at the last 24 hours, it did pick up those lightning strikes down there, and you can see western Arizona, nothing across Nevada or the rest of California. And if you want your own weather station here that records lightning, check it out. Click on that link down below to save 10% off. Lightning detection tells you how far away it was and how many strikes you got in the last 3 hours or whatever, the last 24 hours. Very fun weather station there. I highly recommend. So no storm reports yesterday, but you can see we did get some snowfall across the Rocky Mountains in New Mexico out there. So this upper level low is kind of beneficial on that aspect. Did drop some snow for the higher terrain. And if you want to help support the channel, go ahead and check it out. I got Pacific Northwest and California Weather Watch page here. I'll be doing my updates here between videos on the Patreon page here, and I'll try to be posting the daily video links here just so you have easy access to that. Yeah, I'm going to try to get a chat going, eventually a Discord chat where I can jump in from time to time and maybe answer some questions and whatnot as well. So check out the Patreon page, should be in the link down below. So looking at Eureka, California National Weather Service, they're all talking about the moderate risk of sneaker waves all the way from Washington, Oregon, down into California, and that goes all the way past the Bay Area down towards Big Sur there. And yeah, so this is going to be mainly on through the day tomorrow and Monday as the waves start to return. A little bit of a relaxation in the waves here today, but that's going to be returning here as we go through Sunday and Monday. Now, if we take a look at that wave action, you can see it's still, early April. The Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Alaska is still churning pretty well, but you can see the day to day, not too bad. But as we go through tomorrow, you can see the wave activity increasing as we go through the afternoon and evening hours. Let me update that. This one is coming at us hot off the presses, and you can see we're going to keep some of those waves elevated as we go through this upcoming week as well. So yeah, you can see if you're out there today, you're getting kind of a lack in wave action, but that's going to pick up tomorrow. Now, European hot off the presses 12Z run. There's our ridge sandwiched between that low that brought us our thunderstorm activity here in the Gulf of Alaska low churning out there, the troughing. And there's the ridge axis. And then we can bring this frontal system here, and then it's going to try to bring some rainfall down towards the Bay Area. Show you more on that here in a moment. And then we'll take a look at what's going to happen after that in the extended runs. But if we take a look at the upper levels of the atmosphere, this is the North American model hot off the presses, 500 millibars or 18,000 feet. You can see the slow, steady march off to the south and east with that colder air, and then the ridge here, the warmer air aloft, kind of moving back over across the region. Then you see our next frontal system on its way as well. Now, lightning flash density potential for today. You can see the upper level low spinning. Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, maybe some portions of Utah, but California not expecting lightning strikes during the day today. So we do get a day off from that. But if we scroll off a little bit further, you can see that frontal system may try to bring some of this activity out towards Northern California, and the Shasta County convergence zone may be kicking off here at times during Monday as well. So I'll watch that. We'll pick up on that again tomorrow. And if we take a look at winds, I'll put this this into motion. You can see got these northerly winds here coming down across some of the desert areas, and it could cause some blustery conditions across the higher terrain as we go through tonight. And again, the northerly winds there. And then it kind of relaxes as we go through the day Sunday, but the southerlies start to return to Northern California. You see them coming up the Sacramento Valley and across some of the Sierra Nevada. We pick up the westerlies again here across the higher terrain of Southern California. Some gusty winds out by Tehachapi across the transverse range as we go on into Sunday night and into Monday as well. And for the Sierra Nevada, as that next frontal system mainly swings by to the north. So thunderstorm outlook today, just kind of driving home that point, not expecting thunderstorms for California today, and the European is in agreement with that. That would be for today, Arizona, New Mexico, and up into Colorado. So taking a look at total snow couture ratio in inches, nothing to show until we get this frontal system, just mainly for the higher peaks, a couple, 2, 3, maybe some of the very higher peaks, more snow than that. But again, we're not looking at lower elevation snowfall out of this one, and probably not impacting many of the pass areas with that frontal system. So taking a look at the timing of this frontal system coming up here. So we put this into motion, and this is very early tomorrow morning. Then we go through the late morning hours and start to get into the afternoon hours. Crescent City, it starts raining across portions of Oregon. That band eventually gets down towards the Bay Area by early Monday morning, and you can see it doesn't make too much progress down towards Southern California. Then we kind of keep the next system up to the Pacific Northwest. Next system tries to swing in here, and again, kind of the same deal there. It tries to bring some precipitation a bit south. Troughing hangs out. Maybe we'll get some snow, a little bit of measurable snow across the Sierra Nevada as we go through the April 11th, 12th time period. We'll continue to watch that one. And then you can see we really dry out as I'm clicking through here. 6-hour chunks, not much precipitation to speak of as we go through the extended forecast. We'll see how this goes, and hopefully that will change, because we want to keep that precipitation going during the spring months while we can. And this is looking out 360 hours or about 15 days. You see not much precipitation for Central and Southern California, and only a couple weak frontal systems even for Northern California. So looking at daily 2-meter max temperatures for today, check it out, getting up towards 80 across the Southland there. Some of the valley areas into the mid-70s, like Death Valley, probably into the upper 80s. Bring a jacket. And you can see some areas there across western Arizona, fairly warm. Taking a look here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Kind of warm up a bit there on Wednesday, it looks like. Thursday, Friday, maybe some areas pushing up over 100 across the desert and Death Valley and whatnot. And then we go on into the mid-portion of April. We start warming up a bit this time of year. But, temperatures drop back down again through the extended forecast. Take that with a grain of salt right now. So taking a look at the 6 to 10 day, got this above normal here across a lot of the Southwest and a lot of the central portions of the USA. And that below normal here, you can kind of see that carved out with the frontal systems, maybe impacting the Pacific Northwest. There's the 8 to 14 day as well, and that below normal signal continues to be with us as we go through April 18th. Channel, slowly but surely, building subscribers, so you can see over the last 28 days how we've been doing, and you can go back and you can look at the last 90 days if you want. We were back at 30,000 subscribers 90 days ago. You can go back a year. Where were we a year from where we are now? It's about almost 8,000 subscribers over the last year. And then we can go to lifetime, and you can see the slow, steady trek here since we kind of jumped when the channel was first made. But yeah, up to 32,000 subscribers. Anyway, click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys later.